Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to remove your old set and do an infill. This is a great video to watch if you're going to do it yourself at home with no experience. If you have an electric file, it's a faster choice, but you can also use a hand file, 100 by 180 grit file. So whichever one you prefer. With my electric drill bit, I've got a cuticle bit and my my normal, which takes out bulk. Right, so let's get started. To do it with a hand file, for those of you who do it yourselves at home and don't have one of these, I'll start with that then. Might be nice and easy. With the rhinestones I'll get to in a minute, so I'll start from the pinky. So what you do, well, if you're new to this, the 180 file, the grit part is not as coarse as the 100, so I suggest you use whichever one you prefer. To be honest, I use 100 because, well, I'm used to it, but you can go ahead and use 180. It takes a little bit longer, but your skin and nail is much safer. So let's just get into it. So first off, it's simple. You've got bulk, you're not going to hurt your natural nail just yet. You can keep on going. You can already see that I'm removing my colour. Yeah, so the 180, it's a little bit finer. Let me show you on this other side over here. Right, so I'm using my 180 now, and it still does the job. Just takes a little bit more swipes to say that. Yeah, but it works just fine. Look at that. See? Nice. And it's good to use 180, especially when you go around the cuticle. You don't want to, you know, cut yourself. At the end of the day, it is a file, and you can cut yourself. So going with 180, stroking from left to right, it's good for you. Doesn't hurt you. Don't push very hard. I mean, you have feelings in your hands, so you should be able to actually tell when you're pushing too hard. Don't push too hard, just the normal amount. As I said, go with how you feel. There you go. I'm only going from left to right, as you can see. You can go both, but I suggest if it's your first time doing it, just go left to right. It's a bit safer. There, look at that. Comes out perfectly. So if you've already got nails like me and you just want to infill it, so they've grown and you want to just fill your natural nail again, you don't need to take the whole gel off or acrylic. You just need to go to a certain point where you will see that it's thin enough and doesn't have any lifting whatsoever. If it has lifting, you have to take it off. It's not going to be okay with lifting. Right, so that's how we go. It's very difficult for me to film in this position, but hopefully this helps you. Right, so I'll just grab one of these to take off the dust so you can actually see how far you've gone. It's really helpful as well. You need to see how far you've gone with this. Still using my 180, so we're still on the fine side. I'm still going from left to right, and then going. Hopefully you guys can see. Look at that. My shape is still there. To be fair, my natural nail hasn't grown that much yet, but I'm an impatient person and I get bored of the same shape, the same colors and designs. I need to change them often. I don't know. I think that's why I got into doing nails, because I get bored. And you know how it is when you learn to do it yourself, you can't stop doing it to yourself. It's just, that's how I am. That's how I've been for many years. It's very hard for me to give my hand to someone else unless I really have no other choice. So for example, I'm going on holiday and I want to change my nails, I'll go and I'll pay to get them done. But if I am home, I will do them myself. No questions asked. There we go. So as you can see, I still have some brown over there. It's a dot there. Don't know if you can see it. And some brown over here. So I need to remove that as well. So this is where I sort of put this on straight and then file up and down. Don't push, just nicely filing it up and down to remove that part. And plus I'm keeping my shape, shape, you see. Anyway, by the end of this video I might actually change my mind with the shape, but we'll see. Right, so I'm just giving it a little bit of a shape. I don't want it too bulky because I'm going to put some more. So just checking to see that it's not bulky on one side and thin on another. Now I can see I still have colour here, so I'm just going like that to remove it. I'm holding, as you can see, I'm holding my extension part of the nail. I don't want to break it and I don't want to hurt my fingers either. So I'm just holding on to it with my thumb and filing, giving it a shape as well, as you can see, because as it grows, the shape of the extension changes and it kind of grows, like it shows more on sides, and you don't want that. And plus, if you're having a new set done, why not go all the way and make it perfect? Okay, so I keep doing this until I'm happy. When I'm happy, I check everything. And I still have that and I don't like it, so I'm moving it now. As I said, very nice and easy on this part. This is especially for my pinky. My pinky is very sensitive on my nails. So what I do is I'm quite slow, to be fair. You know, I'm doing it to myself. I've got the time. I'm looking after my nails, especially my skin. I've got eczema since, well, before I can remember. And no, I did not get it from gels. I had it before even starting. So yeah, I always get this pinky. Always has some issues with dry, itchy skin around it. But that's it. There we go. So to give it a nice shape, even after you've put the gel to have your overlay done, to give it a nice shape, you always put your hand file flat on the nail and you go up and down to it, a little bit sideways, and then you check. You grab your duster, you check. The best way to do it is you feel it. When you go this way, you feel it, yeah? So you feel that you haven't got bulky around your cuticle. You do not want bulk around your cuticle. You want it to be smooth, going from your natural nail to the gel without feeling it bulky. You need to feel it as part of the nail, sort of coming out, I don't know, coming this way. So that's what we're looking for. Here, very smooth. Here's your natural nail, and it needs to go smooth upwards because you need that apex. You need to have that apex, no matter how small the extension is. You need to have, if it's a small extension, a little bit of apex is fine. If it's a big long extension, then you need to have a little bit more. So that's where the bulk comes through. Anyway, so that's my hand file method. I'm going to use my electric file now to do this one, and maybe the rest I'll think about it. I'll see as I go along. Yeah, but hopefully this has been easy for you. So what I'll do is I'll finish this with a hand file, and for those of you who don't have electric files, I'll show you what to do with the cuticles as well, because you need to have a push and scrub around. So let me grab my cuticle pusher. Right, so you get a cuticle pusher and you push your cuticles back, yeah? So you push them as back as you can go. You don't need to hurt yourself. And then you grab your hand file again. As you grab your hand file with the soft side, so the 180 grit, right? Not the 100. The 100 is too rough, and this is your natural nail now. You don't want to hurt it. You just want to buff it, yeah? So we use the 180. We're gonna use it, and we're gonna go around the cuticle nicely. We don't go this way. We have to have it flat on the nail. So we don't go this way, right? This is the nail. We don't go this way. We're going to go flat or closer to about a 45-degree angle. You don't go this way, right? But here it should be enough. Or flat, yeah? But if you've got gel on top of your nail's obviously not flat. It's got a little bit of a bulk over here, tiny bit. So you can't go all the way flat to say, all right, I'm going flat on. It's going to be a little bit pointing upwards. So yeah, I'll show you now. Hopefully you can see. As I said, very difficult. Right, so you start from this edge and you go upwards. So from the left to the right, just filing nicely, gently, slowly, and just keep going. That removes your cuticle from your skin, your oils, and you make it all nice and matte. Once you make it all nice and matte, everything else is perfect to add onto your nail. Right, so that is what we do. Go onto my e-file now and finish this off, show you how I do that. I know everybody does it differently, I think. This is how I learned to do it when I've done my course, and this is how I continue to do it, so stay with me. Right, so I've got my e-file over here. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to go to, because I've got bulk on my nail, so I've got gel that I need to remove. I can go to, on my side, I'll go to 20 to 23. For me, that's perfect, even 25, because I can control it. I know how I'm going to go. So first, I'm going to start going this way. As you can see, it's removing, it's happening. And just go from up to down, slowly. Watch your cuticles, you don't want to hurt yourself. And that's how I do it. There we go. Yeah, now I'm going around the cuticles, but slowly, just to remove the colour gel from there. There we go. Nice and slow. We don't want to be harsh on our nails. Especially if you're a beginner, you don't know when your gel stops and your natural nail begins. So you just have to be a little bit extra careful because there's a lot of dust on your nails while you remove some gel. And that, unfortunately, doesn't let you see your natural nail very well. There we go. But as I said, slow and steady, especially around the cuticles. Right, so now I'm on this side. Hope you guys can see me. There we go. As I said, if you want to keep the same shape, then this is going to be really nice and easy. I had some previous work on this nail and I didn't remove it. I didn't see the need to. I just done on top of it. As I said, I get bored of my designs and change them often. Even before I get any outgrown natural nail, I just change them because I'm crazy. Right, so now I've deballed it. I'm looking at my nail, I see how it is, I'm feeling it, I'm touching to see the growth and where the gel starts. Is it nice? As you can see, I still have some small parts over here of gel. I can remove that with my e-file, but you can also make it easier for yourself by using your hand file. Right, so now for my gems, stones, crystals, I'm using this. It's an old cuticle nipper. I'm not using it anymore. So this is what I use. And to be honest, it's very, very slippery sometimes. But that's done. Very simple. And that one too. Bye. Bye, sparkly. Do be careful with these, sometimes they fly off and they can hit you in the eye. I'm doing it quite slow. I'm literally just poking a little bit and then pulling it off. There we go. Right, and now I can go with my e-file or hand file, whichever one you prefer. Alright, so for the electric file, for the cuticle bit, I am using 7 on my machine, on my file. So 7 RPMs I use. I can go up to 10, but that all depends on each person. So I think even 4 would be nice and good for you. You don't need to have it more than 4 if you're scared. You don't want to cut your skin in any way. Right, so I'm just gonna start doing it now. So I start halfway through the nail, as I said, halfway. Yeah, that's my half point. So what I do is, I don't go this way. See, I don't go this way. Hopefully you guys can see. So I'm not doing this or that. I'm gonna go flat on and file. You can go into sort of circular motions, tiny circular motions. You can barely see, or you can see, hopefully you can. But nice tiny circular motions. This is a nice drill bit. It's very soft, it doesn't hurt, it's not gonna hurt you. Just nice and slow. You don't wanna go this way, as I said, because that will make a hole in your nail, and that's how your nail is gonna grow, with a hole in it, and that's damaging. Right, so I have it on forward and I go in circular motions around my cuticle nicely. I can remove some of the dust so you can see. There you go. Hopefully you can see. Can you see? That's half of it done over there. So this one's done. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. And then what we do on the electric file, you've got a forward and reverse. I'm on forward right now. That's how I done from the middle to the left. And for me to do from the middle to the right, I need to put it on reverse. So I've got my little button and pressed it. I'm waiting. That's happening. So the same. I go from the middle, circular motions, to the left. There we go. That looks nice. Just gonna scrub some of the dust off. I'm happy with that. Now what you can, well, this is more if you want to sort of take this dead skin off, cutting it off, what I'm saying, or filing it off, which is a different level. But if you want to, what you do, you sort of go from the right to the left and you sort of push the cuticle upwards. Tiny bit. You don't need to do a lot, just tiny bit. And that will make a distance between your natural nail and the cuticle, the dead one, not the good one. So it makes a nice distance for you to come and cut it off. Alright, so I'll remove that. Can you see? There's a nice distance there. I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm not going to do anything. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see. Right, I'm going to turn my file off. I'm going to grab my cuticle scissors. There we go. So I use this one. It's really, really good. Perfect. It's perfect for me. I've got 10-1 or /1, and I've got 10/2, which is, both of them are unique and perfect. The only difference is this one's a little bit shorter in length than the other one, but the tip, equal. Perfect. There we go. So how I do this, I'm literally just going to go from my right cuticle and cutting it off nice and slow. You obviously feel where, you know, if you touch a little bit, if you push your, well, I don't know how to explain this, but you feel it. It's your nail. You will not hurt yourself cutting your dead cuticle. It doesn't hurt, so you don't feel anything. It's dead. There we go. That's done. Can you see? Difference between this one and that one. Big difference. Yeah? Over here, do the cuticle work on them. I love doing cuticle work. This is how it is. Yeah. Does not look nice. Does not. So I'm gonna start nicely, circular motion from the middle to the left. There we go. There's some dead skin over here which I want to remove because I don't like the feeling of it. And again, circular motion. Remove the dust to check. I'm happy with that. And then I'm gonna put my file on reverse. And I did it from the middle to the right. From the middle to the right. That's how we go. And now, as I said before, if you want to cut it, you just sort of push your dead cuticle upwards. So push into the dead cuticle, sort of like pushing it upwards, not down into your nail. You're pushing it upwards, that way. There we go. And remove. I'm really happy with that. I don't know if you guys can see properly, but I'm really, really excited. This looks really, really good. So I'm going to do the same on this one, and then I'm going to cut the cuticle off. Perfect. So what I'm going to do now is grab my cuticle scissors and I'm going to cut the dead skin off. There we go. And there's another method which I'm going to include in the video, but it's not necessary. I just do it because I don't like the little, can you see this little skin over there? I can't cut that off because I'm going to end up cutting, you know, myself, and that's going to give me some not nice blood, and I don't like it. I'm going to grab my little tiny ball bit. There we go. I'm going to grab that. This is very, very fine, so it literally doesn't hurt. There we go. I'm going to put it on 7. It does not hurt. It more like tickles. It literally more like tickles. But yeah, I'm going to put it on 7. And I'm just going to go around it. Light touch. You don't push, pressure, nothing. And just burn around it. If you see any sort of tiny, tiny bits of skin going upwards, that's going to be taken out by this tiny ball. It's not that tiny, but it's nice. There are different sizes. I prefer this one. I don't know why. I think I got used to it. Now you see that? That's some dead skin. I'm just gonna remove that nice and slow. It's gone. I'm gonna do the same with this one. There we go. Look at that. Don't know if you can see it. I hope you do. If you're not comfortable using this procedure, don't do it. You might end up hurting yourself, and I don't want to be the cause of that. I don't want to hurt anybody or give them false info. But if you're okay with it, or you want to give it a go on a patch of your skin, why not try? I mean, we grow from trying and mistakes. Right, so I've got my prep and scrub. This is very, very good because you've got a lot of dust. A lot of dust in there. Even if you say, no, there's not that much. Well, it doesn't matter. A tiny bit of dust can cause lifting. We don't want lifting, so we're going to use this. You can also use alcohol, acetone, something to help you. Just a tiny bit for you, but prep and scrub is really, really good. It's really good. I like it. And I'm just going to spray it on my nails. I'm going to come with this lovely thing and do that. And it all disappears. It's all gone. There. How does that look now? I love looking at that. And if you keep looking, it's going to get sort of dry and... yeah. That's that. Right guys, okay, so this is what I'm gonna use. Remember, I've used prep and prime. Well, that's prep and scrub, sorry. That's a little bit of it's kind of like a primer as well. So that's I'm not gonna use any primer, which I have one, but I'm not gonna use it because that does the trick for me. So I'm gonna use my AHA rubber base coat. I'm going to use my nails Milky Rose and my brush. Any brush will do, but I like this one for now. So first step is, so your nails are done, you've prepped it, now you're gonna base coat it. Don't need a lot, just a tiny bit depending on your preferences, but because it's next to the cuticle, thinner the better. So I'm just gonna add a tiny bit there and pull it. Just gonna remove some of the excess, do the same and pull. Tiny bit, you don't need a lot, and please 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 try to not touch your cuticle. Right guys, sorry about that, I didn't speak for these two nails, I was a little bit busy. Okay, so what I do is I grab a tiny bit of, well, a little blob of gel, if you can see. I'm just gonna spread it all over the nail, being careful of my cuticles. I don't like my choice in the gel or the choice I made with a brush, but go with it. You know what? Even if it's bad, it's gonna turn up good. You know why? This gel is amazing for lifting, so you literally get no lifting with this gel. It's a bit of a mixture between hard and runny, but it's definitely not runny. But it's definitely not like acry gel. And you don't need a lot. As you saw with my first nail, I've put a lot and I've taken out a lot. Right, so I just swirl it a little bit. That's like warming it up a little bit, to say like that. And I'm moving it from side to side, getting close to the cuticle, but not touching it. Yeah, that's what we do. We get close to it. Take your time. It's not going anywhere. It's not moving. And if it is moving, just put a little bit in the middle and try and move it with your brush side to side, meeting in the middle, side again, middle, side again. I really hope you guys can see this. There we go. We go from side to side. There we go. You know, you can see, because it's not that runny, I am manipulating it to go where I want it to go. And there's a bubble there, so I'm just gonna put and remove that bubble. There we go. I'm happy with that. I've covered that area, and I'm gonna go to this side as well. The most important areas are here, where I am right now. Just make sure you cover that up, because if you don't, and it's very very thin, and believe you me, it happened to me many times until I learned, and sometimes I still make that mistake because that's just how I am. You need to cover that area, because if it's thin over there, your extension can break from that side. You don't want it there. This is not a runny gel, so that's about as much as it's gonna go. I can't turn it for it to make its nice shape, but I am happy with the shape I created, and I'm just gonna put that in the lamp. If your gel is like mine and it's not very runny, you can do your second finger, your second nail, and then put two at the same time, because mine's literally not going anywhere. There. So the same thing, grab a little blob of gel. This creates like a nice slippery layer for your gel to move into its place. And believe me, this gel is quite hard, and if I wouldn't have this slippery layer, it wouldn't even have gone the way it did. There we go. Getting closer to cuticle, but I'm not touching my cuticle. I'm going at the edges over here. This is the one I had the lifting, so I need to be very careful because I don't want lifting again. I don't know what happened. I hurt myself, I didn't hurt myself. I can't really tell you what happened, but something definitely happened, you know. None of them had lifting except this one, so as I said, don't know. Right, so now I'm getting a bigger blob. There we go, and I'm just gonna pop it in the middle, swirl it on to warm it up, and then go from side to side, getting close to the cuticle, but not touching. And then move again, this other side, and again. And that's how we make that happen. So from side to side, stopping in the middle, moving a bit forward, making sure my stress area over there is nice and covered. And then just moving it all the way down. Depending on how much you filed your previous gel, you don't need a lot of extra gel on the tip because you've already left some there. But if you filed it very, very thin, and make sure you've got enough gel on it, there we go, enough gel on it to give it shape to your nail. So you are going to need to file a little bit to give it shape. You don't want this zigzaggy thing happening. So you want to have a bit on the tip as well. So when you file it, you leave it nice, thin and sharp. So I'll put in both my nails in the lamp now. I'll wait for them to cure for 60 seconds. This gel is really, really good. It does not burn in the lamp. I've got a sun free Smart 2.0, very, very nice lamp, gel UV. I really recommend it for starters as well, because you don't know the type of gel you're gonna get. It may be UV only, or it may be LED only, or both LED and UV. But if you get a sort of this kind of lamp, it covers both, so you're cool. You're not gonna get a gel that's not gonna cure in an LED or a UV. Again, 100 by 180. I'm gonna turn my light back on because I forgot. There we go. That's that. And we're gonna file. I'm gonna file one finger for you guys on one nail on camera, and then I'm gonna do the rest off camera. Right, so first I'm using my 180, my 100, but you can use 180. I'll show you 180. You keep it straight. There you go, see? Straight. It's straight on. And you file straight. And that gives it a shape over here, all of it. From here to here. Gives you a nice straight shape. The same on this side. You're going to have to go, your nails like that. You're going to have to go straight like that. And file straight. There we go. Once you filed straight, you can look at the sides, and you're gonna file till you get to your natural nail, where your natural nail starts over there. Sometimes you put the gel maybe a bit that way, you know, so then you file the way you want to go. I want to go this way. I don't want to go straight. I want to go this way. And the same on this side. There we go. When I get here, I'm gonna do it downwards like that. And then this is the nice part. You go from here, you put your, one sec, there. So you put your hand file here. How am I going to show you this? Very hard. I'm going to do it this way. There, that way. I'm going to do it like that. To the middle. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do this movement to the middle. I'm still using my 180 grit file. I'm not going on to 180, to 100. What is wrong with me? Right. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to continue to do that. To the middle. And I'm going to go near my cuticle. I didn't put a lot of gel on near my cuticle, so I don't need to file a lot. Just give it shape and make sure that you have that feeling, you know. There's no difference between your natural nail and the gel. That, you know, once you do that and you feel it, you're good. You don't need anything else. Right, so we go round. Can you guys see? Yep. Okay. Once you're happy with your cuticle part, which I am, I'm going to continue to file straight to the middle. There we go. Straight to the middle. Perfect. And then come from this other side and we do the same. Go straight to the middle. We've already done the cuticle part on this side as well, so we don't need to do anything else. Just go straight to the middle. Yeah, my hand is just out there. I don't know how to hold it for you guys. I'm gonna do this, hopefully. Is that better? Hopefully. I'm getting there, guys. I mean, I'm really getting there, hopefully. Now the middle part is where I go straight on, remember? Flat. You're not going to touch your finger. You're not going to touch your skin because you're holding your finger flat. So let me see if I can. There. See that? You're not touching. So if you go flat on and you hold your file properly, you're not going to touch your skin. You're not going to hurt it. You always check, right? So you always check. My shape is almost complete. Just gonna go one more time because I see some ridges. Go over it one more time from both sides. When I'm happy with it, I'll stop. There we go. A little bit on that side. A little bit on this side. From the middle to the left. And you can see, can you see? It's a little bit on the thick side over here. So what I do, and the same on the other side. So what I do is I keep on going like this, like that, to take away or make the edge a little bit sharper, thinner. Right, so it's already a lot better. Just going to continue to do that. Going towards the point. So I'm going like that, towards the point, not towards I'm not going towards here, I'm going towards down, like that, because that's giving me the shape I want. There we go, like that. And I'm going to do the same on this other side. You know, you got to find your own way to hold the file. I find it easier for me to hold it this way, and always check. Don't want to file too much. So after a couple of those, I do that. I check, and I check. There we go. There we go, we grab that, I'm checking. One thing I have from, because, well, my natural nail grew, so I've got a little bit of can you hear that? Yeah, I don't like that, so I'm going to remove that with my e-file. That's going to give me a smooth finish. But anyway, for now, just going to check this. Last round. Checking my shape this side and this side, that side, all sides. It's a little bit on the sharp side here, so I'm just going to smooth that out. I'm happy with that. I'm going to grab my electric file. Okay, so that is the complete, well, it's only one coat. You can add your second coat, but to be honest, I'm happy with this. So what I'll do now is I'll grab my top coat. My shine top coat. Is this the one? That's the one. Top coat from AHA Flex Touch, no wipe. I love this top coat, very shiny, and the shine stays there for a long time. Here's what I like. Even though I change my nails regularly, my colors and everything, I do like my nails to be nice and shiny. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see this all right. There we go, that's my shine. Just gonna remove this, touch up a little bit on the sides if it's too much, but it's not, and I'm just gonna put that in the lamp. Right, so this is the cured result finished. I'm gonna use my cuticle oil from AHA. I love this oil. Beautiful, wonderful smell. There we go. Just rub that in. This is heaven for your cuticles. Well, for mine for sure. Oh, and the smell, you'd want to eat it. My God. There we go. Alright, so that's my finished look. So what do you guys think? If you liked it, thank you. If you want to see more, let me know. Subscribe, hit the bell, like this video. It helped me a lot, and hopefully I have helped you with something. So keep safe everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.